I'm half asleep at 3 a.m. when my tablet blares. Scout's barking turns to a yelp, and I see Carl Jenkins, the HOA president, scrambling over my locked gate, yelling he's checking boundaries after kicking my dog so hard he's limping. My ranch's drones, military grade, built from my Defense Department days, light him up like a deer in headlights. Their cold voice warning, identify or be subdued, and I know right then, this isn't just a trespass, it's a war I, Nate Sullivan, am gonna win. This wasn't about property lines. It was about a bully thinking he could invade my home, hurt my dog, and walk away, not knowing I'd turn his power trip into a lesson that had burned down his little empire. This all went down last summer on my 20-acre spread in Redstone Valley, a quiet corner of Montana where the hills roll wide, the stars burn bright, and the nearest neighbor's a half-mile hike. I'm Nate, 42, a retired DoD engineer who traded cubicles for cornfields. Build a life here with my rescue dog, Scout, a scrappy mutt with a heart bigger than his bark. My girlfriend, Ellie, 39, a vet tech with a wicked laugh. Keeps us grounded. She's the one who'll patch up a calf while roasting my cooking. I bought this ranch to live free, outside the clutches of HOAs, my days spent tending peach trees, my nights tinkering with drones I designed for rural defense. I'd sit on the porch, Scout chewing jerky, thinking, this is mine, a sanctuary no one can touch. Then Carl, mid-50s, all slick suits and sharper sneers, took over the Willow Creek HOA a mile down the road and decided my land was his next conquest, not for beauty, but for control, for profit, for the thrill of bending folks to his will. It started that morning, pruning trees, Scout lazing in the shade, when a flyer showed up, claiming my dirt driveway was part of their community enhancement and needed paving to their specs. I chuckled, tossed it. Scout marked it like a critic. These folks had no claim. My ranch predates their gated cul-de-sacs by decades. That afternoon, Scout growled at a black SUV idling by my gate. I waved it off, figuring a lost tourist, not knowing it was Carl, scoping my land like a vulture circling. That night, I checked my drone grid, motion sensors, thermal cams, 2 sentries on the garage roof, all green, ready. Scout perked up, staring at the east fence, but it was quiet, probably a fox, so I locked down and hit the sack. Big mistake. At 2:59 a.m., my tablet screams, Scout's collar pings distress, and the screen shows a red dot scaling my south gate. Infrared catches Carl, stumbling toward my barn. Then Scout bolts, and I hear his yelp. Carl's boot hits him hard. I'm up, boots on, launching drones from the utility room, 2 black orbs zipping skyward, locking onto Carl with a spotlight. He's flat on his back, yelling, I'm HOA president, checking lines as Scout circles, limping, and the gate hums with low-voltage lockdown. The drone's voice cuts through. Identify or be subdued. I'm out the door, flashlight in one hand, override in the other. Rage boiling, not just for the trespass, but for Scout, my buddy, hurting because this guy thinks he's king. Carl's face when I walk up is half fury, half fear, pointing at the drones. You did this. I kneel by Scout, his legs scraped, whimpering, and keep it steady. You climbed my fence, kicked my dog, and you're babbling about boundaries on land you don't own? He doubles down, claiming suspected violations, like my corn's a crime. I call Sheriff Holt, who rolls up at dawn with 2 deputies, watches my footage, Carl's climb, the kick, his HOA rant, and shakes his head. This ain't your turf, Jenkins, Holt says, handing him a trespassing citation, warning he's lucky my drones aren't armed. He confirms my system's federal registration, my land's outside HOA reach. Untouchable even for a tank. Carl's red-faced, muttering about rights, but slinks off. I carry Scout inside, make him a bed by the fire, and file a Homeland Security report, protocol for drone engagement. Holt swings back, half grinning, with a county map. Your ranch predates their whole setup, Nate. They got no say. Scout wex. And I feel it, round one's ours, but Carl's not the type to quit. By evening, word's out, Carl spinning tales of drone attacks stood his board, claiming he's a victim of military aggression. The HOA calls an emergency meeting, but half the members bail, spooked by the footage I leaked to the community chat. I'm not playing dirty, just showing truth. Carl's boot on Scout. His lies about civic duty. The board files a county complaint, accusing me of drone assault and detention for the gate zap, demanding I dismantle my system. I'm ready, pulling FAA permits, DoD grants, and surveys proving my ranch's independence. Holt laughs over coffee, saying the prosecutor won't touch it. My drones are legal, no force used, just a light show that scared Carl silly. A news van shows up, a reporter fishing for Mad Rancher vibes, but I keep it calm, explaining my system's wildfire defense role, pointing her to county records. Scout steals the show, wagging like a star. That night, my old commander, Colonel Hayes, calls, chuckling, "Your toys are famous again." He forwards my case to DHS, noting the drone's emergency potential, making them critical infrastructure. I grin. This just got bigger than Carl's ego. 2 days later, my server crashes at 3 a.m., South drone's dark, Scout growling low. Thermal cams catch 3 guys skulking by the east field, whispering about cutting wires and a blueprint. My gut twists. Someone leaked my grid specs, shared only with county emergency services. I launch Whisper, a silent drone. It's mic picking up, "Don't touch the box, it's grounded." I hit a high-pitched hum, disorienting them. One drops, another bolts, yelling, "Not worth the pay." My floodlight flares. They trip, fleeing to a van, my gate cam nabbing the plate. It's tied to a shady contractor, Vince Holt, paid by the HOA for cleanup. I send the footage to DHS and Sheriff Holt, who's now calling this a conspiracy. Agent Carter from DHS visits, all business, inspecting my setup, confirming federal protection. "Anyone messing with this faces prison," he says, eyeing the jamming clip. That afternoon, DHS raids the HOA office. No fanfare, just suits and gear, pulling files. They find Carl's payouts to Vince. Forged complaints, fake signatures, his house of cards is crumbling. Redstone Valley's waking up. Neighbors like the Thompsons, fined for birdhouses, share stories, signing a petition to gut the HOA. Diane, the board's treasurer, slips me an envelope, ledgers, receipts for Carl's security gear, emails plotting to find folks into foreclosure for land grabs. He scared us into it. She says at a cafe, "I's tired." I pass it to Carter, and it's game over: fraud, extortion, maybe laundering. Sarah mails the evidence to every resident, no note, just truth. A park meeting sees 80 folks vote to dissolve the HOA, replacing it with a powerless council. Diane apologizes, voice cracking. "We didn't know how far he'd go. Nate, you stopped him." I'm there with Scout, his new guard dog, Vest from Ellie, not speaking, just watching folks reclaim their voice. Carl tries one last stunt, a lawn rally, calling me a rogue operator. But only 2 show, 1 yelling, "You're done, Jenkins." He's losing, but I know he's too stubborn to quit. The feds don't wait. Carl's arrested at home, charged with tampering with federal systems. Conspiracy, trespassing, after planting a jammer with Vince, caught on Whisper's night cam. His trial's a rout. My footage, DHS testimony, Diane's ledgers show he siphoned $60,000. Planned to buy foreclosed lots. He rants, "I protected the community." But the judge isn't buying, hitting him with fines, restitution, and probation, banning him from leadership. The state AG probes other HOAs, exposing a web of scams, all sparked by Carl's fall. Neighbors honor us. Old Mr. Hayes carves a plaque, guarded by Scout and Sky, hung at my gate. The Thompsons throw a barbecue, their kid's Scout sketch on their mailbox, a cape on his back. My drones draw engineers, cops, kids, the ranch a hub for security talks. DHS wants me consulting. Scout with an honorary badge. But Carl's not gone. He sues from jail, claiming drone trauma, and tries a virus-tagged CJ, both flopping against my firewalls and countersuit. The judge laughs, suggesting Carl needs a shrink. Redstone's free now, gnomes on lawns, kids on bikes, no HOA breathing down necks. Diane's council hosts potlucks, open books, no fines. Scout's limp's gone. Chasing rabbits, his vest jingling. I'm tweaking drones, solar towers humming, a stone at the gate reading, "Here we defend freedom, with loyalty and teeth." Ellie's laughing, saying, "You and Scout rewrote the valley." I'm on the porch, stars blazing, Scout snoring, feeling it, peace, not just quiet, earned with tech and guts. But as the sky hums, I wonder Carl's locked up. But his kind don't quit. New HOAs, new bullies. Will they respect this line, or test my drones? The grid's tight, Scout's ready, but greed's stubborn. Will this hold, or is another trespass brewing? Tell me in the comments. Faced an HOA tyrant? What's your guard dog? Like if this lit you up, subscribe for more. Out here, we learned one thing: stand firm, watch the sky, and no trespassers bold enough to cross a drone's glare.